Hey, everybody. Hey, to the people. Come on in. Come on in, child. Come on in. We got a lot to talk about. My name is Chase. This is No Chaser TV. I have with me, it's Sammy Sosa, who terrorizes me ad nauseum all day and night on the internet, in my real life, and now on No Chaser TV. And we also have another terrorist, Tori B down to the bottom. How y'all doing tonight?
A
I
terrorist,
mean, we were fine until we were introduced as terrorists.
right?
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know because I ain't gonna stop doing what I'm doing. So I take the label.
So, Tori B, you gonna stop terrorizing me or no?
I prefer antagonize, not a terrorist. An
Okay.
antagonist.
So you just distributed terrorism, but you didn't act in
I
engage in the act of terrorism. So therefore, you cannot be suspended for that. Is that what you're saying?
I rebuke what you just said. So again, I might antagonize you, but I'm not a terrorist. Okay?
All right, I'm just joking. Y'all know that's how we get down over here at No Chaser TV. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And we're gonna get right into it. Thank y'all. We have had a crazy week on No Chaser TV. Everything been popping, everything been lit, everything been hitting, and we couldn't do it without you guys. Monday with the Dr. Alicia exiting Married to Medicine news. Of course. Then our reviews this week. What did we review? We reviewed Real Housewives of New Jersey and Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then, of course, we discussed the Kenya Moore news that we're here to discuss in greater length as it broke on Thursday morning. But we're going to discuss a little greater today about Kenya Moore's suspension from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, everybody on X, if you're in Twitter, y'all, we're going to talk about it. It's Saturday evening. Get your drinks because we're going to tell you what we're thinking, okay, about it. But let's just get right into it. So, Kenya Moore's suspension has definitely been confirmed by multiple news outlets. Love B. Scott confirmed it. Uh, Entertainment Tonight confirmed it. You know, with Bryce Sander, who is like the Housewives' go-to, I guess you would say. Lovey Scott, broken by Michelle ATLian from Straight from the A, and confirmed by No Chaser TV. Because guess what? We knew it too. We just didn't want to lose our source. Because you see, if I would have gave that up, I wouldn't get no tea. But I'm here to tell y'all, if you do not believe it by now, I don't know what to tell you guys. It is true. She is definitely suspended. And we're going to talk about that because there's been rumblings as to whether or not it's fair, it's unfair. And then there are cases of on Bravo throughout the years, just really throughout the years of, you know, Kenya Moore being punished for certain things and others not necessarily being punished for their misdeeds. So what I want to go ahead and ask you first, Sammy, is just very briefly, just yes or no. I'm going to ask you, is it fair or unfair? Don't tell me why. Just say fair or unfair. And then Tori B, based off of what we all know to be true on these reports, fair or unfair. So Sammy, Kenya Moore's suspension. I'm gonna ask you now, and I'm gonna ask you after we talk about it. So Kenya Moore's suspension, fair or unfair, Sammy?
Yeah, I find it to be unfair. Unfair.
Thank you. Hey Demisio. Demisio let you know when he clock in, but hey Demisio. Um, Tori B, fair or unfair?
Unfair.
Wow.
And
Okay,
I'm not a
right now
Kenya fan. I'm not a
you're
Kenya
not a Kenya fan. Yes, you hate her. Um, I'm in the middle of the road right now, but after we talk about it and we lay the facts out and we present to you some of the bullshit that's going on, we're going to find out. So, as we all know, last week at the Kenya Moore Hair Care event, a lot of tea went down, a lot of shade went down. Everybody should know by now what the hell has happened. If you do not, Kenya Moore has been alleged of distributing quote unquote revenge P, because we cannot say on here on the network. However, she was accused of distributing revenge P. Kenya Moore did deny that she did anything. I'm so glad you're here, Demisio. Pull me that Kenya Moore I did not do it text message. It's in there. I know you got it in you. Give it to me, please. You're not clocking to work. Let's get to work, baby. Let's do it.
That smoke break.
No, baby, he done got it.
Okay.
What's that?
The Dr. Alicia.
Okay, he just want yes, let everybody know that it was us who gave you guys Dr. Alicia's exit because there are multiple YouTube outlets that have reported on it and have not corrected it with our information, even though we politely asked. Get into that. I'll do it. Move out the way. Move. I'll do it my damn self. Move. And watch I get it wrong too. Oh, no, I didn't. Go ahead and read that, Tori B.
I would never engage in revenge porn. I have never distributed private images or footage of anyone, nor solicited images owned by others to use to threaten or blackmail. I have always been vindicated. I can't talk about story even with people planting fake news. Hashtag sweet 16.
Now don't say the P word no more, baby. But thank you so much, Tori. You're so sweet. Now, the definition of revenge P is as stated, revealing of sexually explicit images or videos of a person posted on the internet, typically by a former sexual partner, without the consent or the subject, and in order to cause them distress or embarrassment, i.e., she's been campaigning for a change in the law since she first became a victim of revenge P. So, Tori B, as you've read that explanation, I almost said Candy. I'm so sorry, Candy. Kenya Moore says that she has not engaged in any acts of revenge. P, we're gonna listen to this, and then Sammy, I want you to tell me, did she or did she not do what the people are alleging that she did?
You are paying for all contact. Brittany Dunn Escort. There's an IG who put her emails out on that. She charges $1,400 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you a cheat. You are cheating. You all cover the magazines, being a star. I'm on cover of the magazine. You all of those things. Okay? You over here on Snapchat. Your Gotti was like, Snapchat me that pussy, and you did.
Sammy, you heard it.
So based on what she typed and what we can hear, I mean, it seems to me that it's clear she's playing a game of semantics. No, she did not distribute anything that was private because it was already online. With that being said, I don't know. I can't say whether she was right or wrong for doing it because we don't know what happened to lead up to it. But we do know from what we have seen is that, from what I can recall, Kenya never starts it, but she always goes extremely hard when it's her turn to fight back. So I don't know what took place in order for her to get there. I have assumptions based on all the things that are going on, and even based on what she was saying in the clip. I don't know if I can't until we see it. I don't know if I can classify it as revenge P, but I do know she said that she would never engage in that and that she's always vindicated, which is true. So if Kenya's saying that she didn't do it, that's what I'm gonna roll with in the moment. Now she showed something. But it seems like it's stuff that's already out there, basically. And if Kenya could find it, then production, they already knew it was out there as well. So they were waiting for somebody to bring it to the forefront. I don't think this would even be a thing had it not cracked social media. Kenya would still be filming and they would be acting as if it wasn't a big deal. I think they're just trying to cover their tracks based on the uproar that they got after it leaked, which is something else that I feel like is another issue that they should be trying to grab a hold to versus Kenya, but that's a whole nother thing. But I don't know. We truly have to see like what led up to Kenya showing whatever she showed. Granted, if it's already online though, if it's some OnlyFans content or something of the sort, I mean, is she wrong for placing stuff that's already publicly out there? I don't know.
Here's the caveat though, right? And we're gonna be listen. I don't know how y'all think we finna give it up, but we just finna give it up. It is what it is. You know, we're gonna talk about Kenya more and whether she did what she was right or wrong. But I'm definitely getting in the Brittany Edie ass, and I don't care how y'all feel about that. I'm not gonna victim blame her because she is the victim of something, And so that is not her problem that I have with her, that she's the victim of something. My problem with her is something that I'll explain later about her thirsty ass. But the thirstiness of it all is really, really bothering me, and it's not sitting well with me. And I have to be honest with y'all. I can be very pulled up and put together like I would just Barbara Walters fish when I introduce this show. But one thing about me, baby, I get down and get on the hell on down if I want to. And today is that motherfucker day because I got something for Brittany Edie ass. Tori, please tell me what you think, because I want to say this to you, right? I totally understand what you're saying, but when I also hear Revenge P, right? I feel that Brittany Edie real thirsty, right? I'm gonna just show you why I feel like Brittany Edie real thirsty. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Every time you see this video, take a sip of your drink. Y'all know there's no Chasing TV. We have a drink over here, baby. Take a sip of your drink every time you see this.
You're here with Britt Edie.
Little thirsty ass bitch. It's Brittany Edie. You cannot tell me, even though it's been 3 or 4 weeks in the filming, that they were going back and forth, right? It wasn't just Kenya was like, I just decided to do this to her, call her insurance for our hoe. And, she definitely was doing something as well. It wasn't a one-way street. It was a two-way street. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, that does not absolve Kenya from what she may have allegedly done, because if she did that, she's dead ass wrong. However, the reason why I say that is because I don't want it to be not magnified that I personally think this lady is thirsty as hell. However, if they were going backwards and forwards up into this Kenya Moore event, and Kenya Moore showed something that whether it was out on the internet already or not, no, she technically did not elicit and show things that was shared between them in an act of revenge, but it was, in my opinion, an act of revenge because they have been going back and forth seemingly for weeks at this point. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So
that's really
then,
what it was. I mean, even if you got to think about when Kenya was doing the backstage with in Atlanta at the Hot Girl Summer Tour, when Megan was saying something along the lines of "stop picking with Kenya," and Kenya was like, "Well, you ain't gonna like this season." It was clear that she was already into it with somebody.
they was tugging on that wig, and you know what? Before I
Yeah.
turned over to
So,
you,
and
I'm
she
sorry,
also
Stephen
gave a
Brand.
little spiel about she was struggling to open up the salon and people were doubting her. And then she did that BS live yesterday when she kind of reiterated the same thing. So it's given that the girl was kind of picking at her business, not being able to open because she was struggling or something. I guess Kenny went after her businesses like insurance fraud, whore. I mean,
Her
if you read
business is insurance fraud. Her other business, whore.
yeah, it's enough context out there to clearly see that they were sparring, and Kenya, she fights a little dirty. But I mean, listen, don't hit me and expect me to come back and tap you on your shoulder. I'm coming back to make you understand that you was messing with the wrong one. So Kenya may have played the cards wrong, but listen, y'all know how Kenya go.
Tori B, I'm gonna
I
give it to
see
you, but
it.
before I do Tori B, I'm gonna play this clip. But I do want to say this: if y'all know that Kenya Moore is one of the dirtiest bitches to ever do it on reality TV, and if you get started up with her and she get dirty with you, what do you expect? We've seen it for years at this point. Come on, give me 1 second, Tori B, and I'm turning over to you. Okay?
All right.
All right, Demetrio, put that out the way. Thank you.
How is it being around Kenya again? So, let me just say this first. I know that some of you guys were complaining about us spilling too much tea about the new season, but I can't keep it to myself. I like me some Kenya, honey. I like me some twirl. We have been having a good time, and my intentions are to keep it on the up and up, okay? And I believe that is her intention as well. But life be life and friendships be friendshipping, So we're building, we're getting to know each other in a totally different way. And I don't know, it's like good to be able to kiki. So I'm enjoying being around Kenya. She is still Kenya, honey, okay? She is very much, I don't want to give away too much, but she is, how do you do it when you go, you got to gather? Yeah, she's gathering. Not me, but, she's definitely gathering around here. I will say that. Gathering them up, honey, gathering the children.
All right. Some comments are in. This one is from Kadian. Hey, Kadian. Kenya don't do nothing unprovoked, but if she did, revenge P, she's wrong. I would have to agree with you on that. And then lastly, this comment that I want you to comment on, Tori B, from Dollface. Hey, Dollface, always supporting. Are there no limits anymore? I would venture to say there have never really been limits. But Tori B, go ahead, please. Your thoughts.
So, is a lot of conflicting reports as to what happened, what didn't happen. Right at first, it was reported Brittany wasn't there. Now they're saying she was there. Her cousin was there with her. Then we got a image of the insurance fraud nonsense. I will say that because we don't have all of the facts, this is just very weird to me. Kenya is known to kind of take it a little too far.
Always.
Okay.
If we're gonna be honest, we're gonna be honest tonight.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, I know. I'm not saying that you. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you know, I like Kenya more, but I'm gonna be honest tonight. You know.
So when she put that scepter in Portia's face, she deserved to be dragged.
But then if she just put that scepter in Portia's face, then did Candace deserve to be dragged by Monique?
It should have been Giselle.
I just want to see what you're gonna say. You know, go ahead.
All right, but you know what? It's just a lot of different things. I hope she didn't, but then I also think, I don't know where I saw it, but maybe it was. Where did Kenya get her price list from? Because she said
Public
Well, you know, they
information.
share back page and stuff. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
right. So I'm trying to figure out, where did her price list come from? Or maybe she just released an ad for her escort services. We don't know. But my other question would be, Bravo, you are supposed to be doing background checks on these people before you bring them on the show. We've seen this time and time again. You did not do it for Jen Shaw. You did not. There's all types of things that people are doing, and y'all should have did background checks on these women. How did Kenya find this? And yet, prior to filming, y'all didn't find out that this woman was an escort. And then y'all missed, there was a comment saying, so apparently Brittany has been thirsty for a very long time.
Like this, Tori B. One moment.
You're here with great eating.
Yes. Some folks said that
You're here with great eating.
You're annoying. That she was supposed to be a madam in some show for Stevie J.
Oh my God, that pilot that Stevie J had with all those women, like that show.
That's what Penthouse Pets. Yeah,
She's giving birds, so the title fits.
Hey, Demisio, I'm sorry, is the legend down at the bottom?
allegedly. Yeah, it's at the bottom.
Okay, go ahead. It's giving what, Sammy?
Allegedly.
She's giving bird. But and to what you said, Tori, I do not believe that for 1 second the production was not aware of Brittany's background.
They knew.
And they knew how these girls play. They knew eventually it would come to the screen. So that's why I don't even know why they playing this game now. They making the same mistake they said they made when Phaedra did the whole, rape or whatever, the R word, all that stuff. And they said that they got rid of Phaedra without letting that story end with her and Candy coming to some type of conclusion. They're doing the same thing with this Kenya girl. Why y'all just let the girl film and see how they can maybe come to some type of resolve or something? I don't know what they're doing. It just feels like it's retaliation against Kenya because she went over there and said with Carlos King and basically said they're failing us. They're failing Atlanta. We used to be the top, and now we look like some fools, and they're not giving us anything to work with. This is their way of saying, listen, bitch, you had no business going over there talking to him, so we finna go ahead and give you some type of punishment.
Well,
I mean, it just seems it seems very calculated on the production's end. Production, the network, whoever, I don't know. But Kenya, like we've said before, Kenya gets it regardless. We've seen people on other shows do either similar or worse things, and there's no punishment. But Kenya, whenever she does something, either getting married off camera, and then we don't get to see her carry her baby because they decided that she should sit out for the season because she didn't want to give us her marriage on camera.
They really failed us. If that is not the biggest case of sabotaging your show, I don't know what is. Yes, I understand that you're upset, that she got married off camera. And if you guys do me a favor, Demisio or Tori B, whoever can do it, I believe this weekend is the 7th anniversary of like Kenya getting married to Mark, which is so
She said
insane.
she said it
That's
on the live.
She said it was
yeah,
like last
7
week or
years ago.
something.
Yes,
Mhm.
on my Facebook, I had reported it. I had a blog back then. I was reporting on the blog though, but 7 years ago that happened, and now 7 years later, she's in risk of losing her position again. It's just interesting to how things work out, right? Maybe that's the universe telling you, you know what, sister, if they do suspend you indefinitely, don't go back to the ass. Walk away. Hold your head up and pride. Because you know what I have noticed? All the Real Housewives of Atlanta that admit something to the people, for the most part, are on the market again. Candy, even though y'all know Candy ain't giving up that Bravo connection, Candy's on the market. Nene's on the market. Kim Zolciak, racist ass, allegedly, is on the market. Sheree is on the market. Marlo Hampton is on the market. Kenya Moore may be on the market. She probably got a no compete clause, which means she probably has to sit out like a year, 6 months to a year, maybe. But if you fire me, then I would be like, if you fire me, let me out of my no complete clause. Or you got to pay me for the rest of the season. I don't know how that works, but I know in most contractual obligations, if someone lets you go and you
They
have a
may
no
have no
compete,
say. Yeah, and yeah.
you can kind of negotiate your way out of that no compete, because you can't fire me and then make me sit out. You fired me, I didn't quit. You get what I'm saying? So you can't hinder my financial opportunity. My husband already ain't giving me no money. They still married or they finally divorced.
And you know what else
Not
is
divorced
something?
yet. They still not divorced yet.
Good Lord. What else, Sammy?
What I was gonna say, we don't know what happened. We don't know what took place or what led up to Kenya and Brittany and all that stuff. But what I will say is, when Kenya went live yesterday, Portia, Shamia, Drew, and Angela, the girls who do know what took place, they were all in there in support of Kenya. So to me, it's either giving the punishment's not fitting according to those girls, or Brittany was doing something to where her ass deserved what she got.
I'm gonna
Because to
tell you
them,
this. Because you know they said a girl threatened Kenya Moore with gun violence. Pew pew. Um, we're gonna have fun tonight, damn. Give me 1 second, cause Sean in the comment. Hey Sean, what you cook for Sean? What you cook for dinner? Let us know. Let me go ahead and here it goes, Sean. I got it, baby, because you're just going crazy about it. There you have it. Go ahead and move the comment real quick from me. WCO, and then we'll bring it back up. Insurance fraud hoe, right? So this is how Kenya Moore was letting Brittany eat the ass have it, and Kelly was in the room when it happened, looking like, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I don't know what I got myself into, and
why she
guess
built
what?
like Tiny? Did she have some bad work?
Who, Kelly?
Yeah, she looked like she built like she like short and everything is big and she's just
Oh
like
Lord Jesus! No, don't do that. Don't do
like
that.
an oversized little person is what she.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not. No, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. But I'll let you guys be the judge, because Brittany, Edie, and Kelly, after they got their ass kicked at that event, they didn't want to do it.
I don't want to do the show. It's too much. I don't want to do it.
Hold on. We gotta protect the titties.
I don't want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it.
We want to do it, but we don't want to do
We don't want
it.
to do it.
Such very.
Then don't do it. Just don't do it.
Wow, we don't want you. Good day.
Listen, I don't listen. We don't know them yet. I don't know them yet to say I don't like them. But don't do it. And then after that, she goes online to. She's been shooting shots ever since it was said. But how Kenya doesn't have a husband and how her hair is real. And then yesterday she went on there like flaunting herself. Now you antagonizing me. Now you picking at me. No, girl. See this, and this is why she tore your ass up at that salon, because you are clearly doing something that is getting under her skin, and so she's fighting you back. I hope Bravo, however they edit it, I hope they really give us a clear picture of what happened. But
Well, let me go ahead and continue to break it down before I give it to you, Torby. When I get done breaking it down, I'm gonna give it back to you, over to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know I love you. I ain't forgot you. I said the L word on camera. Oh. Production, edit that out. Yes, thank you, Sammy. Please, production, edit that out. With that being said, so the fallout from the event saw Kenya Moore going live with her book of receipts, even though they weren't. Anyways, Kenya Moore went live, and she made this comment, and this comment has had people in speculation as to what exactly she meant by it. Not this time
You're
ago.
here with great Edie.
Can you stop? She's annoying.
You for being a part of building this empire with me. You will be seeing me. I'm not going anywhere.
So Kenya Moore went ahead and said that, and people were in speculation as to whether it meant that she would still be a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you ask me, even though that was a press conference with no press or no conference, it felt like a goodbye or just like a precautionary. Y'all, I don't know how that's gonna work out. I'm still sitting over here and waiting. Maybe they let me come back. Maybe they don't. It just really kind of felt a little eerie. And then immediately after that,
You're here with great Edie.
Can you stop with that?
Brittany Edie posted these series of Instagram live stories.
You can hate from outside of the club. You can't even get in. Leg out.
And let me tell you something. This is where I no longer gave a fuck. And I said to Ever, I no longer gave a fuck. Let me tell you why, right? To me, right? Now, I'm a very good judge of character. Y'all are getting to know me, but these people have known me for years. And 9 times out of 10, I be right about these bitches, whether you like it or not. Sammy Twerby, am I telling the truth? Please back me up and vouch for me right now.
I concur.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to say both of y'all are dismissed.
Yeah.
But I
know
don't
you
like
wanna
her
give it up.
either.
No, hold on, wait. But let me tell you why I'm not rocking with it's Brittany, her thirsty ass. You wanna know why? Because to me, that video does not show a person who is deep down in despair and distress, can't get no sleep, can't eat, can't buy the wheat, don't give a damn, about anything because she's so distraught as she posted in these messages on her Instagram live about how, revenge P is not okay and it's hurtful. Those things are correct. But that gave to me a girl who don't give a damn about none of that. It was about winning, and winning meant at the cost of getting her out of there because straight from the A, Michelle A.T. Elliott broke that she went ahead and got her lawyers on the line and got that lady off that damn show, right?
Yep.
So then you post that video. It leads me to believe that you are not hurt like you say you hurt. So if you're not hurt like you say you hurt, that means that you know you can't whoop Kenya Moore ass.
I didn't like it because it gave that girl, when she get beat up and she just won't stop talking. That's
Candace.
Stop.
Candace had literally got dragged and she was
She
like,
gone, child. She gone. Let her
you a
live.
hood rat. I'm like, did you just get beat up?
She gone. She off the network. Next.
What you want me to do? Stop talking about what I want to talk about?
And I bet you when she come back, she won't be punished for having that baby off camera. They will welcome her back with open arms.
Yeah, but that's not her fault.
But do you see why I'm not jiving with that? That felt inauthentic, insincere, and it felt like, like the 2 girls at the birthday party and the girl blew out the candles was just like, that's what it felt like. Go ahead, Twerby.
What was the question again? I done forgot. We don't went on.
I'm gonna let you down because you got a bad attitude tonight. I'm not dealing with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with no bad attitude tonight.
No, it's not that. I was actually responding to Sean.
Sean ain't up here.
What was the question again? Remember
He was asking, do we get why he don't deal with Brittany because she's kind of fake, basically.
Do you believe she was as hurt as she plays that she was?
Hell no. Even before she did that video, the next day she was I'm over here with my husband. A lot of people can't say that. And then she was flossing off her hair, talking about
she married?
She married. She got a pimp or something, allegedly. I don't know. She got a man that she be with. She called him her husband. I don't know what it is because we don't know. We ain't seen the show yet. But what I don't like about it is that she's ruining whatever chance Atlanta Housewives has to kind of.
This is why you don't let random heifers come on the show.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this big old cash shakeup, and they finally got it right. And then these girls come up here crying because they don't want to fight. Not saying that's the whole purpose of the show, but y'all knew what it was gonna get when y'all was over here.
Where are the?
Remember the week of when the cast got announced, she was over there saying, "I hope these hoes ready" and all this stuff.
Yeah, she was doing.
She was
too much.
doing the most
She was
then.
doing
That's
the
what I'm
most.
saying. She has a history.
I
That's
agree.
how you know she
history.
came on there picking. And Kenya said, "Okay, girl, welcome to the show."
But here's my problem.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. Where are the standards for all of these shows, specifically Atlanta? Because I wasn't a fan of LaToya coming on there. I wasn't.
But by the end of the season, I know you really were not, but by the end of the season, I felt LaToya understood the assignment.
That may be true, but I just didn't. She didn't last long.
My
So
thing is, you know what it is?
here's my thing. Like, it's just.
No, wait. You know what it is, though. You know what it is.
You're here with great eating.
Can you stop with that damn video?
It is a bunch of white people sitting in boardrooms thinking that we want these influencers that are just loud and ratchet, and they think that that's what's going to entertain us. That's not. We can go to VH1 and WeTV. That was not the basis.
This is not the standard.
Yeah,
you're right. It's not the
you know
standard.
what? I honestly, y'all know I'm more open-minded, and I stay in Atlanta, been in Atlanta for 10 years. You cannot escape that aesthetic. And I was talking to someone today.
I agree.
I believe that, but there's also women that they had initially. They're not picking right.
Hold on, baby. You can't escape that aesthetic, and I think that it should be represented on the show. I don't mind a couple of 30+ women. I don't mind 40+ women and 50+ women because, excuse me, that's what made the Sweet Six, as we like to call them, from season 6 to season 7, season 6 and 7's cast, 5, 6, 7. Those years, that cast great. They all had a different range, but it all made sense, right? They all were something different, but it all made sense, right? And I think that it can happen. But when I got up and I was advocating for Mean Lee, and everybody was like, "We don't want to do it. We don't want Mean Lee."
I wanted Mean.
Well, I'm not talking about you, baby. I'm just saying. It was an overwhelming sentiment online and on these shows that we were doing at the time that no, Mean Lee shouldn't be there, Prima Donna shouldn't be there. And look what we got.
Prima Donna shouldn't be there.
You know what we got?
You're here with great eating.
I said that. I think justice for Akilah and Ming. And now, I don't know what to say. This is not it. I'm not feeling her. I'm not feeling the other one. I think they are birds. I don't think they bring anything to the show, and I haven't even seen the show yet. All they bring in is drama. You know what? This is why I like Dubai. Everybody doesn't need to be drama-filled, crazy, and I just love the aesthetic of Dubai. And I'll watch it. It don't gotta have crazy drama. Just give me the petty drama and I'm fine. But this right here ain't it.
I knew that there was going to be a turnoff for me where they wouldn't stay offline. Every day they was posting what they was doing. And then when they started dyeing them puppies' hair and taking them around for filming, I said, not this shit. I know we're not going to get these. Not this. That's when I knew there was going to be a turnoff for me.
Yeah, I don't know. This is not it. I see through but you know what, Chase? I don't know where you're located, Sammy.
I'm in Texas.
Okay. So, they say Atlanta is very fake.
It is.
There you go. And
that's why I said I'm okay with that, but I think that Kelly probably would have done better without Brittany. I probably would have been able to stomach Kelly a little bit. Those two together, no ma'am, no ham, no ma'am, Pam, no ham, no turkey. Stick a fork in it, turn the lights off, the party's over. I can't do it already. And you want to know why it's super unfortunate that I can't do it already? Because they have already been overexposed and we haven't watched a lick of them on camera. They may be the loveliest women. They may have come down and sat down with their white gloves and did absolutely nothing. And Kenya Moore might look at them bitches and said, off of my show and I'm coming for you. But now we will never get to know because the scenes have leaked over and over and over and over. And it's super disheartening, super disappointing that this has happened in Atlanta, where what they should have done was do it how they normally did it. They were forced. I feel like Bravo's hand was forced to announce who was on the show because everybody was reporting on it around the clock. And, I feel like Bravo's hands was forced. And I feel like Bravo should have just been like, we're Bravo. Y'all are not. Y'all don't dictate how we run our show. You'll figure out who is on the show and who got a picture, who don't. When we announce the official cast with the official cast picture, nobody better not come in here and do anything. We're taking you down. Bravo did not used to play when it came to coming to those public events and releasing footage. they did not play. They had people walking around, making sure you weren't on your phone, doing this, doing that, and it just seems like the standards have been lost. Go ahead, Torby.
So what I do know is their head of publicity, who was a Black woman, left about a year ago, year and a half.
Imani?
Yes.
Oh, Imani's not there anymore?
You didn't know that she's running the
No,
culture.
I don't know.
That's her company. So she
She's running
left
who?
running the culture NYC. Oh, I don't want to mess it up. It's the Culture Collective. They do the
Okay.
conferences. So she left about a
Mm.
year and a half ago. So that's probably part of the
That
reason.
makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
they like that's what I said at the beginning. That's the issue. Like I get it, Kenya may deserve discipline or whatever, but y'all really need to try to figure out why is all y'all stuff getting leaked. That's what because all this could have been going on behind the scenes and we wouldn't know nothing until we got the trailer. And then we would have been disgusted and upset then, but y'all would have had a
It's been too late.
Yeah. Because we now we invested, we gonna watch. Now we turn the hell off and it's like do whatever you want in Atlanta.
And guess what?
I might
I
even do that.
guarantee you, Kenya Moore maybe would have apologized for it, and they probably wouldn't have been friends for real, but they would have fake got along at least for the rest of the season so it could cool off a little bit. I mean, that's how the game is played. But because of that, Kenya Moore did go ahead and go live on that non-event that we talked about, the press conference with no press or no conference. And although it was reported that the Real Housewives of Atlanta were instructed to not contact Kenya Moore during her suspension while the investigation was concluding, nobody listened, and everybody except for Kelly and Brittany were on the live. Portia Williams was on the live. I believe Cynthia Bailey, was she on there? I know Angela Oakley, who the people say allegedly ain't doing nothing. Sorry, Tori B, the people say she born. Angela Oakley was on there. Shamia was on there.
Drew
Drew was
Sidora.
on. Yeah, she was on there. Okay.
And LaToya was on there too. LaToya came in.
I would take 10 LaToyas before I take one Brittany Edie.
And you know what? We say Brittany and Kelly went on that live, but they was on that live.
They was on that live.
They was on that
on
live.
their cousin burner page allegedly, because that's what the people saying leaking all the information is. According to Mad Beefs, not according to me, I don't know, but allegedly Mad Beefs is showing footage and proof that Brittany Edie's cousin is leaking footage allegedly and is going to allegedly continue to do so. Leaking things. And I
Why
think
is Bravo allowing it?
Because they can't prove it. Or they just don't care.
But Mad Beef's got it. Listen, I don't know what's going on. They need to overhaul the whole network. I'm over it. It's too much going on. There's no standards. And to be honest, this whole thing with Kenya is, we don't know all the details, but there have been other franchises who have done worse things on their shows.
Well, that's what we're going to get into in just a little bit. Before we do, make sure that you guys continue to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Join us live here whenever we go live. Of course, we also do the Love and Marriage Huntsville review. We do the Real Housewives of New Jersey review as well. And then we also have happy hours where we go live as you guys are on your commute back from work to home or wherever you're going to get a cocktail, whatever you're going to do, happy hour. And then if we go live during the week, then we call it live, or we're just live here talking about the thing. Now, before you get into that, also, super chat us. Thank you. With that being said, excuse me. Where that took me at? Yes, that's interesting that you brought it up, Tori B, because that is something that we were also going to discuss. There have been a litany of transgressions over the years from various shows on Bravo. We're going to name some of them, and then we're going to go ahead and see what we think about that, because give me 1 second. Oh, Demetria, I wish you was here to hand me my water. Thank you, honey. The throat a little dry. Do I need to get it quenched by putting that Brittany Edie up again? No, I'm going to let her rest for a little bit.
That's why you're choking
okay.
Huh?
That's why you
her thirsty ass and drink up all the water. Nigga.
Okay, now I'm going without. All right. So some of the incidents that have occurred over the years, just incidents in general. Luann de Lesseps, the Real Housewives of New York City, posing in blackface, even though she said it wasn't in blackface, as Diana Ross, in a 10-foot tall afro at a Halloween costume party. Also, Luann de Lesseps making the stereotypical Native American noise that they made in those old Western movies and all of those things. I'm not repeating the noise. That's left in. Both of those incidents that she engaged in were left in. They protected the Real Housewives of New York City by not giving them a reunion after season 13, after 2 investigations of alleged racism by the cast members from Ebony K. Williams in the Real Housewives of New York City, Real Housewives of New Jersey. They sat around and watched Danielle Staub's sex tape on camera or whatever they did. I know Sammy knows more about that than me, but the Real Housewives of New Jersey has done that. Jenny fucking win on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and nobody was punished for even engaging or bringing a bitch in, because if you brought that racist asshole in, you should probably been gone as well, Lisa Barlow.
And they also brought her back, and they only stopped filming with her because, again, social media.
They brought her back a 3rd season. They weren't going to get rid of her until we really was like, no, we're not playing with you. Do not do it. Even on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, there have been historical cases. Portia has beat 3 bitches' asses on the show, and she's still on the show and has been rewarded. Portia left and did not show her marriage or her relationship on the show, and she was rewarded with the Ultimate Girls Trip, as well as the centerpiece of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, even though she married a co-star's husband. And it has been alleged that she may have or may not have been sleeping with that man while they were together.
Now, Chase, do you think if Kenya would have did that and then left the season, she would have been asked back?
No, and here's why. Because as I told you guys, my source told me, allegedly, they did not want her there in the first place. And the only reason why she was invited is because Kandi quit.
I'm just saying, I think there's what I'm saying was Portia had a whole good story and just left them out to dry. And
she quit.
Come on back, girl. But I don't think
Kenya wouldn't have gotten the same treatment.
Yeah.
Give me some instances.
You list all that stuff. Think about over there down at Vanderpump Rules. They let them go for being racist, and then rewarded them like years later with a whole show.
The Valley, and they promoted it.
The same. They did it with Phaedra. We gonna get you out the way for a little bit, but we gonna come on back. And now she they golden girl. Like, it's just they don't care for Kenya.
3 times.
They don't care for Kenya, and I think it's clear. And I feel like it's. I don't know. I can't say it's messed up, but it's like Kenya carried Atlanta for a while. She let them girls pile up on her. She
revitalized Atlanta.
She let them pile up on her. She played the villain to make sure that we had a story. Granted, it was all authentic stuff, and now she just ain't good enough for y'all for whatever reason. But I don't know if she's like a bitch behind the scenes to them or whatever the case may be. But
do you want to know?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna tell you, because allegedly, and this is all alleged, the product. We already here. Allegedly, they don't like her. I'm just they, and y'all can figure out who they is. Allegedly, they didn't want her. Allegedly,
it's very clear.
Like her.
And I'm gonna say this: you're not gonna say it. Giselle lying on Chris.
No, it's not that I'm gonna say it. It's so much that I honestly have forgotten, because it's been so much that it's going unpunished. So go ahead and give that example, please.
Giselle lying and saying that Chris groped Deborah. That was a whole lie. Okay, and they let her go around saying that and acting, and Andy at that damn reunion did not hold her feet to the fire. You cannot go around saying stuff like that. That is sexual assault. And then she was like, I never accused him of sexual assault. You absolutely did. You said he grabbed that woman's butt, and he did not. He wasn't even close enough to grab her butt. Okay? And they dog piled on him. Because I ain't forget, Mia lied and said he wanted her too. And Ashley tried to say the same thing. Oh, her husband was DMing me at 2 a.m. So for me, Bravo needs to clean up the fact that they have certain favorites and they allow their favorites to get away with too much shit, i.e. Giselle. Okay? You know, some people may say that Bravo allows Trey to get away with a lot. But
who is Trey?
Teresa.
No, ma'am, you won't do it. No,
they don't care for Teresa either. They just know that she's too valuable over there.
No, ma'am. Let me tell you one thing. I don't give a damn what's going on. You won't bring her up.
I'm not saying that. I love Teresa. I'm not saying that. I said other people will say that. That's what I said. That's what the
Because
people.
we talking about, guess what about Teresa Judice? What Teresa Judice didn't do?
Judy Che.
Whatever, Judice, Judice, Ruelas, Muelas. Guess what she didn't do? She didn't go around sitting around watching Danielle Staub sex tape that was leaked against her consent and go ahead and make jokes and brag about it. Like, who does that? Oh, Joe Gorga does.
Yeah. So there you go.
That man sat on camera and said that when he was in college, he would see a woman in the shower or he would hop on her like predator on prey. And they aired it. The same Joe Gorga who has alleged rape documents and stuff out there about him, and they aired it.
Oh, wait, we
Don't say that
forgot.
R word.
Yeah.
My bad. But
That's okay, baby.
Forgot. We forgot about what's the one that grabbed butts?
Michael Darby. Now, I'm going to stand by this. Ashley Darby should have been fired a long time ago because of that.
Amen. Hallelujah. Grabbed one of their camera people. Am I correct? Allegedly.
No, yeah, grab one of their camera people and grabbed another cast member without their consent.
Katie's boyfriend at the
Katie's
first
boyfriend with the
he
Mr.
came
G.
on the scene acting the ass, and he's been there the entire time. The only reason he was not there last season is because he chose not to, not because production said we can't have you around. Because
At the most, if he could, if at the most, he should have been banned from filming, and she should have been demoted as a friend because the husband can't film no more. But other than that,
was that season 5 when that the engagement when they got drunk and was out there acting a fool? He's been beat up the whole damn production. Like, but God forbid Kenya brings up this woman's public information that the girl put it out there herself. Kenya just showing it to the crowd. This is what I'm thinking. God forbid she does that. They were just looking for any reason to get Kenya up out of there, and unfortunately, she gave it to him.
The line is always moving.
Yeah.
and as brought up by someone in the comment, that was the reason why I was mentioning who was in the chat, because even though there was alleged they were not supposed to be reaching out to Kenya, they were there in full support. So I guess it was, what you gonna do, fire all of us?
You can't get rid of us all.
I mean, honestly, they could. Look at New York, but
I mean,
guess
they got contracts in place though.
Oh, well, yes. But also take a look at what that says, because I'm going to say it, and I know y'all ain't going to like this one, but one thing about Portia Williams, she will take any reason to jump ship on Kenya Moore. We've seen it in the past. And if she really felt like Kenya Moore did something wrong, she wouldn't have been in that last sport, huh?
Yeah.
She was the first one, and I guess when them girls see Portia on it, they just, okay, well, hell.
Well, there's a boss doing it. We can do it.
We can do it. Because they pop right after Portia, they just start popping in. Hearts and peaches and hey girl, I love you, I support you. Kenya might have been wrong, but she wasn't wrong, if you get what I'm saying. And
what she did was wrong, but what she was going wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So. She's dead wrong for that. Now we're gonna be honest. I know we've said a lot, but she's dead wrong for that. She's dead wrong for that. Don't get me wrong. But it always seems like Kenya Moore is getting punished. When Kenya Moore wore that costume to Fallon's Halloween Party season 13, it was rightfully edited out of the episode. But if you go right now, y'all listen to me, go right now to Peacock, go to season 10, episode 1 of The Real Housewives of New York City, and let me know if Luann de Lesseps is edited out in blackface and a 10-foot tall afro. She's not.
I'm going to take it a step further. So Nene wasn't lying in her lawsuit, huh? Okay, thank you.
I mean,
she said the Black housewives are treated differently.
Well, I would say the Black housewives are treated differently across the spectrum, because we collectively shit on season 14 and 15 as we should have, and season 13. But season 13, 14, and 15 were better than the Real Housewives of New Jersey. They were better than Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills gives absolutely nothing. I've been reviewing Beverly Hills for 2 to 3 years at this point over at the Lean, and it's like squeezing blood from a turnip. And the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they give is just not at a level that we're used to, because it's not good, because that particular group of ladies did not make sense and were not cohesive, right? So we shit on it, but if you compare their season to like last season of Beverly Hills, they ate Beverly Hills up. However, they're not the media darlings, and it begs the question, why did we stop pulling support from the Real Housewives of Atlanta to go ahead and put support on other shows? And that's because Nene did say that they weren't supposed to be number one anyway. It just so happened the people couldn't deny it. Before I go ahead and move on, let me go ahead and drop this comment, not the comment, but drop the link in the comments. We're going to talk to y'all for a little bit if y'all want to talk about it. I know y'all do. Depending upon the line, you may have a minute. Depending upon the line, you may have 30 seconds. But whatever it is, we enjoy you guys. And thank y'all for watching and supporting us. We got over 100 people, almost 150 people in the room. So in the rooms between X and YouTube.
Listen,
So
we
thank y'all.
appreciate y'all showing up, but like the video. Please like the video.
We're two.
Yeah, we like you here, but like the video.
Right.
And subscribe too. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe.
We're 2 subs away from 600.
Are we really?
Yes.
That is insane. I think it was not even 2 weeks ago we were at 5. So that is crazy.
Yeah. I looked it up. Yeah.
What is happening over here? Something's happening. Something's happening. Okay, we got some callers. Demetria, go ahead and let Mel up. Hey, Mel NYC, thank you for joining us live on Saturday.
Listen, I love the weekend live streams. Hello, Mr. Chase, Tori, and
I don't
Sandy.
expect them all the time now, Mel. But go ahead.
Mel.
Hello. And you know what? I take whatever you give us, honey. I mean, as long as I'm around, I'll call in. I was going to say about Michael Darby. I think not only should he been stopped from filming Potomac, he should have been banned from the state of Maryland, in my opinion. because he, in my opinion, of course, as a viewer of the show, I don't know the man. He was a holy terror, and I'm sure people would sleep very well. That's not my word, but I think the people in Maryland would sleep very well. He was in a different state, in my opinion. That's what I would say about that. But what I wanted to say is with Kenya. Now, listen, I love Kenya. I used to at one point because I loved the lady. I thought she was an underdog. But I will say that I don't give a crap about how nasty this new character is. Kenya was there for over 15, whatever, how many years. She should have known better how to fight, how to really do it. She basically made a sloppy move. I'm not saying the woman was a good character, a good woman, but Kenya was the one that did something that got exposed. So, it's just a part of that. She learned a hard lesson. Now, in the past, this has been her pattern. She has had an issue with somebody, or somebody had an issue with her. They didn't like the way she was shading them or not acknowledging them or whatever. And then Kenya would try to talk about it. They weren't there for it. And then she would react. Kim Fields, Sheree, the list goes on and on. So I think that for me, I don't know what this woman is about. But, I just don't think it's correct that you would, manufacture or put out a picture or whatever she was doing. Do something else, Kenya. You don't have to be that, in my opinion, that thirsty. You don't really have to go that far. You got to be creative. You're a smart woman. You didn't need to do that. I'm not saying you don't have to fight the person, but figure out another way to do it. And I think that because she didn't, that got her in trouble, basically. And she learned the lesson. In the past, she's never really been held accountable for the things she's done. She got dragged and then she bounced back up and stuff like that. She left because she, allegedly she was getting into a fake relationship with her ex-husband. Now, nobody really knows if that was true or not, but if she was on the side concocting all that stuff and she came back with her beautiful daughter and she's been there ever since then, she's a woman who is hard to really like her. It really is. And I actually don't like the way she talked about Garcelle. When Garcelle was in the hot seat with Diane, I will say, and all that stuff going on over there, she wasn't really on Garcelle's side. So I've had an issue about that with Kenya, and I hope that she learns a lesson. She can't go around reacting in a sloppy way. I think that you should fight if you want to, but you got to be smart about it.
Okay, and all opinions are valid. Honestly, all of that is valid. I hated how she undermined. One thing. Y'all, let me put on my Chase Luther King hat. I don't think y'all have met Chase Luther King over here like that, but let me go ahead and put it on real quick.
Okay.
What's the word? Johannesburg. Anyway, yes, Black Power. Anyway, so I don't like when people take their blackness to undermine another Black person's feelings that are super valid in a situation that is deemed to be racist. I don't like when they do that. Kenya Moore did that in that instance, and what's her name?
Anna Marie.
Who?
Anna Marie.
Oh yeah, Sleep Study did it last season too. I don't like that. I don't like that. Well, they're wonderful people. I don't want to hear that. And she did that a lot too on Ultimate Girlship. If you go back and watch it, she was like protecting the girls from Cynthia almost, and it was lame. So she does have a habit of doing that. This is not a Kenya Moore booty licking session, and you're super valid in how you feel. However, what I will say is, to your point, now again, she went too far in my opinion. That's how I feel about it. She definitely is wrong for what she did, but it shows to me that this girl cannot hang, right? She can't hang because you know what? If Kenya Moore would have did that with Phaedra would have tore her ass up out the frame for the rest of that season and at the reunion. If she would have did that to Portia would have been like, I can't read you, but I'm gonna beat your ass. She
Yeah.
would have. Nene Leakes would have been on that ass. Cynthia Moore would have been in that. Cynthia Bailey would have been in that face. Candy, she won't even try Candy. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I will say, yeah, I was going to say, I hear you. I was going to say, for me, whenever the people did go back at her, she played the victim, unfortunately, a lot of the time. So people went back hard at her. She played the victim. Now, mind you, I like Kenya, but I want to say too, when that incident first happened and that woman put out her, the laws or whatever she put out on her stuff, I believe she was in a state of shock. I believe that she truly didn't understand what she was walking into. That she was shocked. Now again, I don't know the lady. I don't know her history or whatever. But now she's like, oh, wait a minute, Kenya's in the hot seat now. In that video or that audio, Kenya was having the time of her life. She was just living her best truth. She was celebrating. She was calling her name, stuff like that. In her live stream, she sounded almost like she's about to cry. She sounded
Now wait a minute. Hold
what
on,
happened?
man.
What did I do?
You think that this girl, this was some innocent ass this girl right
You're
here?
here with great eating.
100 number. No, I don't.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm not coming for you, Mel, but what I want to say is, if y'all don't see through what the hell is happening, even though Kenya Moore went too far, but if you don't see the game that Brittany is playing, y'all be getting played in the damn streets. So that's it. It is what it is.
I don't know the woman. At first, I'm not taking her side. I don't know her. Listen, for me as a person who actually follows or watch Kenya, I'm going to say, I'm talking about, I don't know. You see, you notice I didn't talk about the lady. I don't really know what she's done because she hasn't shown truly what she's participated in. She hasn't talked about what she's done or have done or whatever. But I think that for me, all I can say is that Kenya, you've been there for a long time, and I'm not saying you shouldn't fight, but the way you fought was stupid, and they got you in trouble, and now you have to figure out a way how to get out of it. Do I believe she's going to be banned from Bravo for the rest of her life? No. I mean, I think that show needs her.
Well,
who knows? We don't know on this weekend.
I can't say.
Wait a minute. What happened? Tell us. Just use fake names and everything.
Mel, you made a good point. I will say when you said only thing I disagree with is when you said Kenya doesn't get held accountable for what she does. I think she's held accountable. Yeah, that for that and for what she doesn't do. Because I could not stand Kenya when they first brought her on there. I didn't start warming up into Kenya until after it came out that she did not, all that stuff with Apollo was false. And the only person that was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, was Candy. And when the rest of them girls still was hopping on her about that, I couldn't fuck with it. I said, the man has told her that he lied, and y'all are still giving this girl all this grief about that. And for then, I was just like, I wasn't team Kenya then, but I understood why she was such a bitch when it came to them, because whatever she does is gonna always be wrong. So even when she was,
they sat there and tried to blame Kenya for Miami and the incident in Miami,
and it just kept 7-7, then 8. It was just like, damn. That's when I started realizing Kenya can't catch a break. Even it's clear as hell that she didn't make that man act a fool, but it was her fault because she addressed him. It was like, yeah, at that point, that's when I started warming up to Kenya. So I feel like Kenya's held accountable. I don't know if I can say too much, but even when it's not her fault, she's still the one to take responsibility.
So I agree with that.
See, yeah, here I go. Why don't you go?
He can call up when I finish. I was going to say, but you know what? I was going to say, that was CKC. I was going to say, I agree with that until she started pulling mean stunts. I should clarify. When she was pulling stunts
is a little crazy.
When she was doing things I felt was unwarranted. Cookie Lady can feel. I mean, the list goes long. I feel like
now I'm gonna tell you this. As a Kenya Moore fan, I want to fight about that. Don't you touch my chair. Don't touch my.
So I was going to say this to Sammy's point. I think that listen. At one point, I used to write her on Twitter because I was so a fan of her, and I said, "Well, why don't you go back with Phaedra? Why don't you just say, Phaedra, when was the last time that Apollo brought you anything in that house that was not taken off the backs of some victim?" I was playing with her a little bit, allegedly, and she had DM'd me and said, "We can communicate, so I can email her about." Reads whatever you want to. This was years ago, so I literally was a true connection. Absolutely, I talked to her and Brandon at one point. Like this is before Mel NYC YouTube. I was just on Twitter, so I like.
You was giving Kenya her reads, man. Is that what you up here saying?
Well, no, I didn't give it to her, but I offered it to her, and me and her was going to talk about it, but she was doing the reunion at the time and didn't really work out. But absolutely.
What happened? She's supposed to pay you. She didn't want to pay. Why?
No, it wasn't about. I was a fan. I was like, listen, let me help you because you're getting eaten up on the thing. Like this is true. It's true. It is what it is. So I liked the lady, but when it turned for me is when she started doing stunts and shows, and I feel like she was having post-traumatic stress from, as you said, being eaten up by the ladies so long that she started to become too mean. That was so one note and boring to me.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll go ahead and substantiate your comments about the ladies soliciting for reads because I gave Lisa Nicole a read. I don't talk about Married to Medicine often, but I gave Lisa Nicole a read when I was working for her between the season her and Quad were filming, and it was going to be a Halloween party at Toya's house. And she was like, "What do you think I should say, Chase?" And I said, "When you see Miss Quad, you should say, 'Oh, Quad, I love your costume. What'd you come as, a forehead?'" And she said it was too mean. She couldn't say it.
Yeah, they do. Now, mind you, that was good. That was good. You know, yeah.
Sorry,
Listen,
Sammy.
Yeah, sorry, it was tired. That's why she couldn't say
oh, wait a
it.
minute. You said that because he loved Miss who was it? Miss Quad.
Miss Quad.
Okay, yeah.
I may agree with you a little bit, Mel. I feel like, you know, Kenya being an OG, she stooped down to this little girl's level.
And that's the problem. Think about what y'all was saying earlier. If it was any of the other girls, like the older girls, they would have got with Kenya. Hell, even Drew came on trying to fight back. These girls
Well,
they
Drew
got
was
now,
lame
they
for that,
don't.
though, but yeah, she did
I'm
try.
saying, but these girls don't belong. They just.
All right, Mel. I
They
want
don't
to thank you for giving us a call. I appreciate you. We got another caller waiting on to call in, but thank you so much. Mel, I always drop a little nugget here and there if y'all pick
I
up.
try to.
Mel better than me because I used to want to hop up a Candy inbox and say, "Girl, get with me with these reads because you over here they tearing your ass up." Candy needs some help, baby. Don Juan wasn't doing right.
What's the Ray told Candy Sammy? How you like me now, bitch?
Yeah,
you look much better. You Candy's supposed to say that, bitch. I don't like you now. Sit your ass down. Tell me you look much better. You gonna compliment the hoe while she tearing you up? No.
Wait, I was going to say one thing before I drop down. I was going to say that I was going to say one last thing. Candy. Oh my God, I'm thinking about Candy. Candy had been there so long that I wish she would have done with Nene, even Vicky, and some other ladies who've been here such a long time. They don't really engage because they know that the ladies that they get extra screen time when they go nuclear, when they go crazy, and that's why I'm disappointed, truly. Just because she always go to that level. It's like you don't have to. You really don't. You're more enjoyable when you don't get to that place where, you know, the ladies say, "Oh, she's being savage." I don't buy into that. I don't think.
Then you look like you're not playing the game, and at the end of the day, you still got to give these people a show.
Yeah. But okay, let me let the other people call in.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mel.
All right.
We got some of the OGs in the building. Thank you, Mel. Some of the OGs in the building. Who is this? What I did?
Chanel L.
Okay, hey Chanel. We got some of the OGs in the building. Let me shout them out before I get to you, Chanel. Hey Tasha C. You better subscribe. Hey there, TKC. Hey there, Amanda K. Hey there, Simon. Hey there, Sean. Hey there, Kay. Hey there. Hey to the people on Instagram and Twitter. Thank y'all for showing our X or whatever it is, child. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out on on Saturday live. Yes, I don't even know what day it is, Chanel. How you doing, girlfriend?
I'm doing well. I agree about 25% of what the last caller said, especially that last part.
So not much, eh?
Not much because look, I'll be fighting in the comments for Kenya. I've been a Kenya fan since day one because I'm one of those people who I go with the person who everybody hates. So since she was the most hated on her season, I've always been a Kenya fan since I was a little girl. But I've always loved Kenya, but I could call when she's wrong. And what I wanted for her this season was to let Portia kind of get dragged every which way but loose, you know, and kind of just be a support for Portia. But because these last 2 seasons after Portia's been off the show, Kenya been kind of like boring, chill, like, you know, like she doesn't want to give it too much to all the other girls. When Marlo would come at her, she wouldn't give anything. So I don't know if that was a production note, like you got to engage with the other girls or what, but I was proud, but also at the same time not entertained by her the last 2 seasons because I felt like she could have gave more. But she also didn't have, you know, some, like she said in her interview with Carlos King, like, I didn't have someone I want to tussle with. And another thing, I don't know if y'all seen the alleged photo from the party with just the photo, and then it's a Photoshop of the P and stuff like that. But I don't consider that something for her to be let go for. If they can do all this other stuff with actually showing Danielle's sex tape on on Jersey to a table full of men and making fun of her and saying it looked like it got teeth coming out of it and all this stuff with Sandoval, and he over there on Traders now, and constantly everybody else constantly getting rewarded, then they can let her sit in timeout and then get back in with the girls. But like I said, I'm a big Kenya fan. I just wish she wouldn't have fought with someone like Brittany, you know?
And Mel did say, Chanel, I just want to say, Mel said that, you know, he likes it when she's not engaged, but that was the active criticism of Kenya last season, and people felt that she wasn't engaged. So
yeah, no,
know.
I want Kenya activated. I just want her to be activated with someone on her level. For one, when they released the whole cast, because I'm familiar with Brittany because she did a podcast that I liked, and I kind of, prior to her even being announced like a year ago, 2 years ago, I seen her Instagram page, and I was like, okay, she seemed okay. So when they announced the cast, and I'm familiar with Kel because I've been to her restaurant, and I was like, okay, I can see Kel kind of like in a Portia, Kenya, but Brittany just gave me Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop. And I was just like, and then y'all brought Cynthia back. I just felt like it was such a big age gap between the women. Like Kenya, mom, she more calm. Portia, I could see her getting with those younger girls, but in Cynthia, it just, to me, it didn't seem like a blended cast. So I already was kind of giving it the side eye. So then when all this came out, I was like, oh, King, you boxing with a baby. Like, it's like a pit bull in a ring with a chihuahua. So I wasn't feeling it.
I'm glad you gave that context that we were right, that she kind of trash.
No, I don't care for Brittany. I don't like her antics. Look, like I said, I'm a Kenya fan, so it's a lot of stuff where I'd be like, "Oh, Kenya, you wrong," but I don't like the whole you hating from outside of the club. Show y'all natural edges. Like I said, it gave Tommy Lee, and I'm like, if y'all didn't want Tommy Lee, I mean Ming Lee on here, how y'all go get her? And we already know Kenya don't like, call it thing like she don't like super ghetto hood girls. That's why she wasn't going up for Marlo. She just like a certain type of woman, and Brittany not giving that.
She's very classist. Thank you. That's true.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and enjoy y'all night.
Thank you, Chanel, for supporting always. You know, I look forward to you.
Of course.
She is a former Miss USA, Chase. She has every okay to get classes.
That part.
No, she don't.
Thank you, Chanel. That about white women.
You don't roll in the mud with pigs.
All right, production, bring up our last caller. Hey, Randall and Ronnie, how are you?
Were you laughing at me before I even started talking?
No, I was laughing at Sammy because I know y'all gonna get into it. Okay.
Chase with that big, beautiful smile. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Tori. Hi, Sammy.
Hey, Ronnie.
You all. So listen, I usually come with a big opinion, but I'm befuddled about the whole situation. So I haven't done a ton of research, and I usually never lend my opinion unless I do all the research. I just know a little bit of the cliff notes about what was happening. And so I won't overstep with what I'm about to say, but my heart does break as a huge, huge, huge Kenya fan. Since, I mean, when she stepped on that stage season 5 and brought that show to life, I have never not liked her. I just think she added a certain element to the show. And she's always been one of my favorite housewives across all the franchises. Obviously, there's some talk about, like, what was the term that you guys were saying, like different classes or whatnot. I think it's an interesting thing because with certain situations, yes, you want to elevate yourself, and at the same time, you don't necessarily want to work and collaborate with people who are not in that same cachet as you. And I don't think that's necessarily a problem. But the show itself, you know, they're going to cast who they're going to cast. And I think the gal from before made a great point. If Ming Lee wasn't really the right fit, why would this other girl be the right fit? It makes it challenging to be a veteran cast member because you want to sort of like stay in the elegance that you're trying to be in terms of the way you try to represent yourself. But if they bring someone on that's a little too messy for you, how do you handle that? So I think the whole thing was challenging. Did I think Kenya Moore crossed the line? Again, I haven't done all my research on what she did do, actually. I've heard the cliff notes. But I just wish the situation would have happened. I really wish we weren't in this. And if she has to pay the consequences of what she did, I get that. But as a huge Kenya Moore fan, this really, really takes away the show from the show. And what I was thinking about, I'll wrap up right here. What I was thinking about going into the season, I was like, oh my God, we have a season with like Portia and Kenya. Well, I think Portia's been the most boring cast member ever to date. Not really, but she's really boring. I liked the concept of this season going into like Kenya and Portia getting along. I loved that. Like that gave me a vibe. So I'm just disappointed, guys. That's all I got. Can you hear it in my voice? I'm like a little sad.
No.
This bitch.
This what? Production, go ahead. Thank you.
B-I-T-C-H.
Production, go ahead.
B-I-T-C-H.
You know what to do, production.
I already said it. You heard it.
Production, you know what to do. You know what to do. Thank you. This what? Okay, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be that bitch, but not the bitch you think I am. I'm gonna be a B-I-C-T-H. Okay, get out the hell off this stage. Thank you. Randomly, Ronnie, with that random ass bullshit. Thank you for calling, though, Ronnie. We always appreciate you, even though you can watch your mouth.
Dad, you got the dog like, what's going on?
He almost got Clubhouse Chase Tory.
I know.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, we used to tear their ass up, didn't I?
There's
Bookie
been
Duke.
moments. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bookie Duke. Let me tell you. Anyway, wow, thank you guys
We
for
got the
watching.
chat riled up.
Baby, who he's talking to? They ran around their ass at. What a link at? Oh Lord. Okay,
We
hold on.
close, TKC.
We close.
Now come on, y'all. Y'all know we here for the people. We get ready to go though. We get ready to go. TKC.
Close.
Wait, who messing with Sean? Why she in the comments talking about Woosop? Who didn't do
Oh,
that?
she meant that to Chase. Yeah, she meant that.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
Y'all
got
don't
that
play about
damn
Sean.
bitch.
Oh no, they be tussling.
Who?
The other day it was TKC and Sean tussling.
That's why I'm gonna get him. Never mind. I just apologize. I'm not gonna get you, TKC. But you leave Sean alone.
Sean, I thought I was doing it. Am I doing this right? Oh, that's what. I forgot. It's not control. It's command on the map. But there goes the link. TKC. Verbal call up here so we can go on about our business now. It's Saturday night. We're live.
My fur baby said, all right, enough is enough. Look, you all in my
I was trying to see. Tori, I thought she was down there playing with a wig. I was trying to see what that was.
No, it's the
I
fur
was
baby.
looking like, what kind of wig she got? I didn't want to ask her. I'm glad to know there's a
This is the fur baby. This is Marley. Say hi.
Hi, Marley.
All right.
All right, get down.
Hey, TKC.
Hey guys.
Damn, where you at?
You hear me?
Yeah, it sound like
Loud
you
and
can't.
clear.
Oh, I was just getting home. I'm loud or something. I'm too loud.
No, you good. What's up? We got 200 people in the room, y'all. What's the tea? Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Like,
TKC,
subscribe.
We got 200 people in the room. TKC, do not embarrass us. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. Thank you. Go ahead, TKC.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I just called to say I got in here a little late. But I just called to say that I am so excited. Kenya is fired. Oh my God.
Production.
She is gone. I'm so happy. Chill.
I was joking.
I am
I
so
know it.
I cannot stand her first season, but I'm not gonna lie, I came around her last couple seasons because I hate Marlo more than I dislike Kenya. But yeah, Kenya really played herself. Like, girl,
Here she go.
Now, why you slid up here? You know, oh, hey, they about
I
to
brought him up there.
Demecia, y'all about to fight?
Yes, they is.
Well, let me wake back up then.
Jay said, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let Demecia.
Y'all know I don't miss no mess.
I don't have nothing to fight with Demecia about. Nothing.
Oh, that's right. TKC, get your thoughts out, please.
I'm just saying Kenya played herself. But you know, I really don't feel like she should have been fired. I feel like she should have been disciplined, but fired, I don't think so. But you know, it's going back to this woke culture that the fans have put on this franchise. Everybody colorist, everybody racist, everybody we can't be Republicans, we can't do this, we can't do that. It just goes back to the woke culture. So everybody who is mad at Kenya being fired, just blame yourself because nobody can do anything anymore on these shows. I mean, is it
Well, you
wrong? Is
can't
it
be a
wrong?
colorist
Is it
and you
wrong
can't
what
be a
she did?
racist.
Yes, it's wrong what she did. But let's be for real. 10 years ago, she would have been fired.
Well,
So you want
Does have
some
anything you want
racists
to
on the
add?
show? You want racists on the show?
I don't want racists on the show. Like Jeannie, I don't want racists on the show. I don't think just because you're a Republican, you should be like.
Tory B, he's a Robin fan. That should say enough.
It's
So
just
is
it's
Jay.
just enough. No, Lord, let me be quiet.
It's nothing wrong with being a Republican as long as you ain't a MAGA Republican.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
as
I
long as
think.
you ain't a
So,
Trumper.
so
That's
what
where
y'all really
Republicans
say?
cut off for me.
Ramona and Jenny are in one and the same? I don't think so. Or Luann and Jenny are one and the same? No, Luann may be MAGA or Ramona may be MAGA, but I haven't seen any type of behavior that Jenny displayed. But it's the woke culture that the fans on the show. We can't watch this show anymore without somebody complaining about something, and that's why Kenya got fired when she shouldn't have been fired.
So you don't think it's fair?
I don't think it's. Listen. Oh, you know what? I think it's fair, but I don't like it.
You think it's fair that she got suspended or fired?
I think it's fair that she got fired based on the times that we were living in.
We don't know if she got fired.
Well,
I get it, but it ain't been confirmed that
that's
she
not what that. Listen, Tori B. Every time I say something, you say that, and I end up being right. And I just said, well,
okay.
You know, Chase be knowing things that he should be knowing.
What?
And then when he be knowing things, he be telling me.
I don't tell you nothing. I don't tell you anything. Which is crazy. So, Demisio, you heard what TKC says. Did you have a rebuttal?
I do agree with his statement as far as her being fired. I think that is absolutely wrong. I think it's a little bit unfair considering the things that we have seen on Bravo throughout the years. We've seen worse things than her putting up something that is public to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen Teresa flip a table. We've seen Kenya get dragged across the stage. We've seen Candace and Monique. Like, they've even thrown glasses on Beverly Hills. Like, Brandy slapped Lisa Vanderpump. Like, are we being for real right now? Like, and firing Kenya from what it seems like to me, from the information that I have been seeing and gathered, it seems like she was trying to be funny about Kenya's salon, and that's what's causing them to, like, have problems. And I feel like Kenya just, as Kenya has always done, she kind of took it a little too far. But I'm a firm believer. And you cannot tell somebody how far to take it. Like, once you start it, it ain't over until the fat lady sung. And clearly Kenya wasn't done singing because she got up there at that opening and did what she did, which, by the way, I cannot wait to see on camera. I thought that was hilarious.
We might not get it, though.
If
she's
Well,
fired.
they said that lady got her lawyers to tell Bravo they can't air it. Just ruin it.
This is what I'm saying. It can't be aired, sweetheart. This is getting scrapped.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No,
I don't know if they're going to scrap it, but at this point, if it was my network, we're going to air it. And we're going to air it within respect to her, so we wouldn't show whatever the image is that may have been purported to actually have happened. But we're going to show the events leading up to it. We're going to show the event. Then we're going to go ahead, show the fallout from the event. And then maybe Kenya films solo scenes. Maybe she's not with the group. I don't know. Whatever the aftermath of that is. And then the reunion comes. We let them hash it out. And then we decide at that time and let the viewers also get in. Like, this is crazy. This is the biggest event that happened in Atlanta since Bolo. We kind of need to see it. We also need to see it because at this point, it's not fair for this to be left without clearly the details of what actually happened. It's not fair to us as viewers, and it's not fair to either lady, because right now what we're doing, we're picking sides. I don't want to say we're picking sides, but we are forming and basing opinions and content based off of bits and pieces and trickles of information when we deserve the full thing. So we can rightfully say, Kenya, you know what? Yes, you went too far. Yes, it was unwarranted. No, it is not justified, and you deserve the punishment that you're getting. Or this girl is dragging it. It wasn't even that deep. And stop playing with Kenya Moore. I just think that when you leave it unclear like this, you leave both people's livelihood and public perception to be hung in the balance. And it's not fair to anyone involved. Let's just see what happened, give us the true tea, and then let us move forward from there. That's what I think.
And I also feel like if Brittany had any bit of a brain, she should want this to air. She should have took that event and took that L and came back and woke Kenya right on out, because there's plenty of stuff to wear Kenya out about now. And I'm a big Kenya stan. That's how I actually met Chase and Sammy. And doing the lean from being a Kenya fan, you know. I'm a fan, but it's plenty of stuff to wear Kenya out about, baby. You can talk about that skin, baby. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
If anything, she should wanted to ask if she could up her rate, because $1,400 an appointment out in Atlanta ain't really hitting on nothing.
That's why I say I want to see it on TV so bad. That audio is hilarious. And Kenya saying insurance fraud, like I hope they air it. I really do, because even if Kenya is wrong, I'm gonna go up for it, because that audio, I didn't watch that audio a million times.
If she did wrong, I can't go up for her. But I don't think she did wrong. I think she was provoked.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like from what I've gathered, it was about the salon. I feel like they probably been
Scrap the season. They can't film in Portia and Simon's house.
Now listen, if they scrap the season, then they can let Atlanta go. If they scrap the season, just let it go. Just move on.
I'm just saying.
Now,
what we
if they
supposed
scrap
to get?
the season, child, because they really could have scrapped Dubai, giving us a season from 2 years ago. Now listen.
All right. Well, I'm going to thank Demisio and thank TKC for coming up. We're going to go ahead and wrap the show out with that final thoughts. Okay, the final sip. And I want to thank y'all for coming up. TKC, bye. Thank you. No, I'm joking. Thank you, TKC. Child, TKC done, and
he back in the comments fighting.
Yeah, he thinking
I'm
about
looking
fighting
at
in the comments. He in the comments fighting. All right, you guys. So we're going to do the final sip where we give our final thoughts. So here's my question to you, right? Kenya Moore, it has been confirmed by multiple outlets. This one, every outlet.
Wait, Chase, it's one more person.
Ooh, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice. I apologize. Let them up. I apologize. Hey, don't get on my show correcting me. Hey, Demisio, don't do that. All right, go ahead. Hey, Cohen, I'm so sorry,
everyone.
baby. You know I would never purposely leave you out.
I know you wouldn't. Well, good evening to all y'all.
Good evening. Good evening.
I think it's over for her though.
Ooh, why
I
so?
think it's over. I think like you said the other day, her doing that interview with Carlos King, that she said a lot. She said a lot.
You think that's really when it really was over? They just tried to give her one more chance.
Yeah. To be honest, I really didn't think she could come back from that, because she kind of like aired out. She said a lot, and and like I said, they don't like her as is, and I feel like they're trying to give the show something, but at the same time, I just think that they really could just scrap Atlanta at this point. To be honest.
Hell no, I'm not going for it. There's plenty of other places that can go first.
Well, that is true too, but I just don't know what they could do though. I don't know what they can do, because in my opinion, they got rid of the wrong people. When they did this revamp a little bit too. I think we could have kept Sheree.
Who should they have kept? They got rid of.
They could have kept Sheree. They could have got rid of Drew. We could have kept Sheree. Got rid of Drew.
You know who they should have kept?
Courtney. They should have kept Courtney too. They should have kept Courtney too.
They could have kept up for some drama, yeah.
Because Kenya would have went toe to toe with her.
If Drew came back, I felt that the natural progression of the storyline for Drew would be to keep Courtney in some sort of capacity. Mm-hmm. Not like as in, but like Courtney can film with Ralph. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they can have their little moments. Maybe Courtney's not in the group, but Courtney is a natural extension to me of that storyline. Sammy, you were going to say who they should have kept, and I know who you're going to say. Now I'm going to agree.
Carlos King.
Oh shit!
Absolutely. I thought you were going to say Sanya. I was going to say, hear me out. Sanya is a better fit, in my opinion, with this particular group of women.
Yes.
And she finally got the hang of it by this reunion. She finally got the hang of it.
Her and Drew should still be there. But Carlos King should also still be there, because them people that they got over there now, they don't know what they're doing. They clearly don't know what they're doing with them women. Because I bet you, even though we don't feel like the Brittany girl and the Kelly girl, they may not seem to be a fit, because of the age gap, whatever the case. I bet you with the right production in there, they could have got them girls.
They need to get rid of all of their
to blend to do like blend correctly.
Their
Production on the
production companies are terrible.
Hold on. What you saying, Sammy? I'm sorry, Tori.
I'm just saying, Carlos or the right production people could have got them girls to give us some good content.
I agree. Now, what are you saying, Tori?
The production companies are horrible, especially the one who does Potomac. Yeah.
They do at Potomac. They do Potomac, Atlanta, and they did Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. So
perfect. Get rid of their asses. Yep. That's who they need to get rid of. They are horrible. And some of whoever's casting, I don't know if that's what is casting part of Bravo or the production company.
Well, they hire casting teams out that bring the girls, but Network, Bravo, the higher ups, NBC, they make the final decision. They make the decisions. Yes.
We're sorry, Cohen. I'm so sorry.
Please allow Cohen to finish his thought. Cohen, go ahead, finish your thought, my sweet baby.
I just don't know what we're seeing everything. I don't even know what we can do, and like I said, they don't punish everyone else the same way. And I just feel, it just feels like, it feels like a big F you to her to be honest. Cause but I feel like, we would have got this with Candace. I feel like, we would have got this with like a Jennifer Aiden too. I think like anyone that Andy doesn't really like, they would probably put in the same situation low key.
Well, I can't say I don't disagree with you. Like we've mentioned, there are rules, different rules for different foods. Ramona showed her absolute ass season 13, and what did they do? Not have a reunion. When the proper thing could have been for New York City to have that reunion, have her ass get fried, sit her down, keep Dorinda Luann on a very tightrope, thin line with me. Keep Dorinda Luann. Keep, even though I do not like her as a housewife, I would have kept Ebony for one more season just because. Then maybe you keep Leah at this point, I don't know, and then introduce some of the new girls that they introduced from last season, like maybe a Uba, a Brian, a Jessel, you know what I mean, like that, and integrate them together like that. The full reboot that they did, I'm still not a fan of it. I see the potential, but I don't think that we got a lot of boring girls over there. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but they do pick and choose. And then what they did was, like we mentioned earlier, how they did for Vanderpump Rules was bench them for a couple of years and then give them a new show. They went ahead and benched them for a year or two and then gave them an Ultimate Girls Trip. So at the end of the day, I always say it, at the end of the day, the only people who suffer from having to constantly see Black people be reprimanded and punished and then see other people not get the same treatment, the only people who suffer are the Black viewers. Nobody else cares. It don't affect them. But we see people doing things that are not okay. We see people doing things that are not in line with what Bravo says that their values are. Yet they continue to come back season after season. They cool them off and give them another show. And then we have to watch it. And when we were the ones who endured the pain from it. Because if you watch season 13 and you saw the way Ramona acted, it was hurtful as a Black person to watch someone be that just oblivious and obtuse. You know what I mean?
It was.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, Cohen. Well, thank you for joining us, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right. That's Cohen, baby. All right, you guys. Ain't nobody else. If you're up, I'm sorry. You ain't nobody else. With that being said, thank you for watching. Now, what I was going to ask was a part of the final sip was, now that Kenya Moore is benched, do you feel like after we've had this conversation that it is justified, it is unfair, and how do you resolve, if it is your show and you're their executive producers, how do you save Atlanta? Go ahead, Tori, tell me.
If they cannot air that footage from that opening, it's over, right? Because you allegedly, right, she got her lawyers involved with it, which is the reason why she got suspended. If that cannot be aired, you might as well scrap the show. And I'm going to tell you another reason why. We thought we was getting Portia Gubadia, and we're getting Portia Williams. Those two, no Kenya and no Portia, and no opening of her salon because of this whole incident, scrap the show. I don't want to see Britt. I don't want to see Kelly. And I'm just being honest. So although I might feel like it's unfair that we may not be getting Kenya again, this stunt really effed her up. And so if that's the case, you could scrap the whole season. And it's unfortunate and I don't want it, but it is what it is.
All right, Sammy, final sip. What do you think? Oh, before you do, so Kenya Moore suspension, now that we've had the discussion, fair or unfair?
It's unfair.
Oh, Torby. Hold on, wait, Torby.
I said it's unfair. It is, but if we're not getting her back, I don't want it.
Okay. All right. So, Sammy, how do you say the rest of the season, and then fair or unfair?
I still think it's unfair. As far as them saving the rest of the season, I don't know what else is happening throughout the season aside from what we've been hearing. But as far as this specific situation, do it like you always do. Have them girls have a sit down. Why they act like they don't have the formula? Have them girls have a sit down and try to figure it out. They either can or they can't. But I'm sure Kenya didn't do that expecting for that to just be the end of it. They both knew something's gonna follow. So let the shit play out. Let the season go. Keep filming the girls. Y'all got them on the contract already. Y'all waited this long. Y'all see that people are getting tired of waiting. Let them have a one-on-one. Let the season continue and let them figure it out. It happens all the time. I don't know why all of a sudden it's just so shocking and brand new. And now they just the answer is to just let's ask Kenya midway. What sense does that make? Like from a business standpoint, what sense does that make to get rid of your key player? And then you got the other one that we were excited about. She can't do anything because she's fighting contracts with her husband because his lawyers are saying keep her out the house, keep her out the car. What's happening? The Drew and Ralph stuff, yeah, no.
I don't want that back at all.
And then we got the other three girls who, no, like what's going on?
I don't even know them. Right.
Yeah, and we're not going to be interested after seeing all this. And also, as far as saving the season, get them goddamn NDAs in place. We should be knowing all the stuff that we know. All these events, all these open calls, shut it down. Get a hold of everything. Like that, if y'all want to save it seriously, do that so we can just see it all when the trailer comes out. Because clearly the social media press is not working in their favor these past couple of seasons. It's just not. And we probably just so underwhelmed with the season because we hear everything while it's happening. So by the time we actually get it, it's like, oh, this what y'all hyped up? Oh, this is a letdown.
Yep.
Just keep it from us until it's time to give it to us. That's if y'all want to save your season, do that. But bring Kenya back for one. That's what y'all have to do for this particular situation. Let her and that girl, yeah, they sit down and get to scrapping, then oh well. But goddamn it, let them sit down and try to figure it out one way or the other.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to come up with my unfair determination. Y'all know I'm a right is right, wrong is wrong kind of person, and I do think distributing Revenge P is absolutely disgusting, deplorable, and all of the deeds that you can think of. Doo-doo, dirty, dusty, deplorable, all of the deeds that you can think of is dirty, deep, and dangerous, okay? So I'm not an advocate of Kenya Moore doing that. However, when I look at the trajectory of Kenya Moore's tenure on the show, I feel that Kenya Moore has been consistently punished. Whether it was justified or it wasn't justified. Now, Kenya Moore and Portia for 2 seasons were building up to this moment at their reunion. It was building. And at the reunion, it exploded between the two of them and it got physical. Portia was not fired. She was demoted. But one would say it was punishment enough 2 times fold because Kenya Moore got dragged publicly on television and then she had to sit there and film the next season with the bitch. That's punishment if you ask me. Okay? Because normally in a situation, on most reality sets, for the most part, maybe not Housewives, normally when it gets physical like that, you're out. Right? So I think that's punishment number 1. Right? So then punishment number 2 for me would be Kenya Moore getting married off camera. During season 10, they had already started docking her episodes and removing her from episodes. I think there were a couple of episodes because she wasn't on the episode. They actually removed her from the intro. don't know if you guys remember that. They removed her from intros. Like, they were cutting her money, right? Cutting her episodes. And then when she actually was pregnant, they didn't film it. They benched her for a season, right? So we missed out on her being married. We missed out on her being pregnant, something that we wanted to see. Even though it was complications, maybe it was for the best. They recognized the value quickly in Kenya Moore not being present and that being a moment because they added her to the season finale of that series. And that was some of the biggest drama that we got that whole entire season was Kenya Moore showing up to a fucking event.
Yeah.
She was punished for that. Season 13, she, unfortunately wears that Native American costume. It was rightfully edited out. She was edited out of the entire episode, but when I say that it's an injustice, because there have been other instances, Luann de Lesseps, on multiple occasions of her doing blackface and her doing things that were disrespectful to the Native American community. And if you go on Peacock right now, those episodes are still full intact. And as a matter of fact, if I get around to it, I'm gonna go ahead and post the episodes in the comments so y'all can go see that they have not been edited out. I think that she was punished for that. And now she's being punished for this. So it also feels like there has been a trajectory because when she was dragged, she went on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happened Live, had that sit down and read him from the rooter to the tutor. And from there, it has been on and popping, and they have not really liked her because she didn't just take it. You know how you're supposed to just take it and just that be that? She, every time he had a question, she had a reply, rebuttal, and it actually made sense. So in my opinion, when stuff like this happens, she went too far. Yes, in my opinion, she went too far. But this is Housewives, and where in Housewives, there have been issues across the board that have always gone too far, and very rarely have people been punished. Very rarely. I want to remind you, Phaedra was not let go, according to Andy Cohen, allegedly because she went ahead and started a rumor. You want to know why she wasn't let go? Because she started a rumor? Because even though she started the rumor, she didn't spread the motherfucker. Portia did, and Portia was back.
Yeah.
So that's not why she was let go. She was let go because no one wanted to film with her. That's why she was let go. And quiet as a kept, no one really wanted to film with Portia either at that time. But Portia just was Princess being protected. You get what I'm saying? The rules are for different people. The line always moves depending upon who the person is, right? So what I feel like is too far, we cannot act like there have not been precedents set that we said at the beginning of the show that people have not been let go for. So if I am thinking that in mind, even though she was low down, dirty, deplorable, nasty, disgusting, deep, dangerous for the revenge plea that she may have allegedly did, do I think that she deserves to be suspended and benched? No, it's unfair in my opinion. And lastly, if you want to save the show, we know about this stuff now. They ain't been filming but 3 or 4 weeks. That could be 2 or 3 episodes right then. Get this stuff out. Matter of fact, the first episode is whatever that event was. The second episode is them going back and forth. By the 3rd episode, give us this event. The 4th episode, give us a sit down. And the 5th episode, send them on vacation and put all 8 of them hoes in the house together, and hopefully they figure it out. If they don't, they don't. If they do, great. But if they don't, the battle lines are drawn. And give us the rest of the season. Atlanta has always had a history of taking out the bits and pieces that we actually want to see and leaving the stuff that we don't need to see. Which brings me to my last point. You guys have made great, excellent points. I'm not going to come for a whole production company, but what it leads me to believe is because Black people, we do get outraged at certain things. These people are not Black. They do not know what exactly will outrage us and what exactly won't outrage us. So get some Black people in these boardrooms to help you make these decisions. With that being said, for Sammy, who's having technical difficulties, for Sammy, for Tori B, my name is Chase. This is No Chaser TV. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you want to go ahead and donate to the channel, my Cash App is right there. The funds will go to the direct betterment of the channel, Better Graphics, actually paying us, actually keeping the lights on in this thing. Or if you want to do a super chat, we'll greatly appreciate that as well. However, your likes, comment, views, subscribes, repost, shares, all of that is suffice enough. Let us know what you think. I want to thank everybody who called in. I want to thank Amanda K, TKC, everybody in the chat, Sean, who all called in today. The BCO, Mel NYC.
Chanel.
Thank you guys. Yes. Cohen,
Randomly,
Chanel, randomly, no. And thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you, and we are going to see you for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Thank you for tuning in with us live.